Okay, this is a video to help for those of you who are doing corrections on your test. Kind of to go over it, I know this is a new kind of test and you're not really used to taking it this way. So luckily you can increase your score by making corrections on your test, and hopefully this video will help. So something I think if I was going to rewrite this again, I would probably start here. But with this in mind. So I think maybe if you're going back about it, a lot of you did not, and either did not write a line here, like these 3 points you made didn't make a line. So that is I'm not gonna be able to grade that because all these numbers matter with that. Or you picked a y-intercept that was a whole number, and we need one that's not a whole number. And then you need a slope that's not equal to 0. It also needs to be a slope. So I know that there, for some types of line there's no slope, and sometimes a line there is undefined slope or 0 slope. So it can't be either of those. So it can't be undefined. So not undefined. So I saw a couple of those, and not 0. So some number that's not 0 basically. And then a y-intercept that's not a whole number. So I think if we start with our equation before picking the points in, oh wait, actually it shouldn't be point slope form. Let's start with slope intercept form. That makes it easier, sorry. Okay, let's start here. So and what I want you to do is pick a slope. So pick a number that's not 0, and yeah, pick a number that's not 0. Okay, whatever that number is. That is your slope. Okay, so the slope you picked is going to be used here to put in slope intercept form. Okay, so also with this test, you are allowed to use your notes. So I'm not going to tell you what slope intercept form is. That's part of the test, but just look it up. Even you could Google it, right? Look in your notes. So get your slope intercept form. So choose your own slope that's not 0. And then choose a y-intercept. That's not a whole number. So if you don't know what a whole number is, just look that up, right? What's a whole number? It's in your book. Also on Google. So look up in your book, go to the index or the glossary and look up whole number, go to that page and it will tell you. And so pick something that's not a whole number to go here. Okay, y-intercept that's not a whole number. And then a number for your slope. Okay, that's not 0. And then figure out what a slope intercept form is. Look that up. What's my slope intercept form? Write that, and then write your equation in slope intercept form. Okay, then once you have that equation, now you know that's a line. Pick 3 points that are on that line. So pick a value for x, any number here, right? Any number here, any number here. Don't pick those ones because then you're just copying off me. But just pick any number for x, plug it in, and then get your y. And those are 3 points. Then you know it's on a line, and you already have your line here for that. Okay? Then you can rearrange things to put it in point slope form. And then you can rearrange things to put it in standard form. Some people did struggle with standard form, and I reminded them that this was 5.5. Okay, so I think if you start here with with an equation of a line in slope intercept form by choosing the slope that's not 0, and that's a number, and then choosing a y-intercept that's not a whole number, then you already have these conditions. You already have your slope intercept form, which is probably the easiest of the lines. So look that up and get that equation in slope intercept form. So write that, and then write it in point slope form and write it in standard form. And if you forget how to do that, look up in your notes. Point slope form I think was 5.4. Okay, and so then that should be a big chunk of your points for those of you who are making corrections. And those of you who haven't done it yet, this will help you to start it. So please still do it. You can still get credit. Then choose one of your points from above. Write an equation of a vertical line, equation of a horizontal line. So if you don't remember how to write an equation of a vertical line or a horizontal line, you can go to page 351 in your book. And at the top of that, there's it says problem 3. This is also in your notes, problem 3 for, this is under 5.5 as well. So in your notes for 5.5 or on page 353, problem 3, they explain a problem, how to write a vertical line and how to write a horizontal line as an equation, the equation for those. Okay, so if you're struggling with that, that one's not too bad. So hopefully if you're confused, look there, or you can use the internet as well. For the next part of the test, answer the following. So you're going to write an equation of any line that is parallel to your line. So that line that you picked in number 2, B, use that line. Rewrite that here. Right, then you should have it in in slope-intercept form, which should really help you with this. And this is explained. Both of these are explained how to do in 5.6. So if you're confused, you need to write an equation. I want to see an equation here. And it's any line that's parallel to your line, not your line. Don't just rewrite the same line that you wrote here, okay? They're not parallel, they're the same line. So make sure you're writing a different line that is parallel to your line. Okay, so look over 5.6 if you need help with number 4. Okay, and then for 5, I guess I should have actually picked to start with 6 instead. Probably should have started with number 6. All you have to do is pick 10 points with positive or negative correlation. And also, don't make this a line. So I know the other one has to be a line, but don't make this a line. I can't really grade 6 and number 7 if you make it a line. So make them a scatter plot. So, and make this not a line. It has to have either negative or positive correlation. So make sure you look that up and know what that means, and make it either have negative or positive correlation. Write it here, and then you can plot the points. But make sure, don't make it into a line. It can be close to a line, but don't make it exactly a line. So then 6, write down those points. So you might want to start here with 6, write down your points, and just make it a little bit more scattered. Then I just don't want to see an exact line, because that's not really the point of this. I'm sorry that wasn't clear. I didn't realize people would be doing that. So make sure it's not a line. And then plot them on 5, depending on what order you do. And then put this into Desmos. So this is not in your book. So this was from the video lesson. So it was very clear when I looked at this that some people didn't watch that video lesson because they were doing something a little different. So make sure you go to the video lesson for 5.7.2, and this shows exactly what to do in Desmos. It's just on the computer. You plug in Desmos, you just plug in your points, and then it spits out, and then you write something else, and it spits out this information, and they'll give you the answer right there, and then it spits out this information. You just have to know where to look, and if you watch the video, it'll tell you where to look. So it's not too bad. Okay, hopefully that helps. Please, please, please email me if you have any questions. Okay, I am on my email most of the day. That is not an SE, mchcs.org. Okay, I'll respond very quickly if you email me. Thanks, bye.